If not Goody, Hootie.
Forget cable, switch to Frontier. The Fios Triple Play brings dedicated 100% fiber optics to your home. Fios TV, 15x5 internet and digital phone for $119.99 per month with 2-year price protection plan on qualifying service. FrontierPacificNW.com.
I was chump, but it got a laugh.
That was cheap.
I didn't think it was good, but it got a laugh. Because that's what we talked about today on the show. If not Goody, who is the Mariners center fielder going to be? It has become out of nowhere in the last 24 hours, in our opinion, I think, the story of the camp. I mean, this is a guy you were counting on, forgetting about hitting or anything like that, a guy you count on to anchor your defense and up the middle, center field. But a lot of the whole thing revolves around the incredible range that the man Dave Niehaus, dubbed as Death to Flying Things, has. And it's interesting. We've heard Sean Figgins talked about his replacement there. We know we got Darren Ford, who played a little bit for the Giants back there. This all of a sudden, I think, is a pretty big issue for these guys.
Well, it's a huge issue because it's a defense that you count on dramatically because they don't score a lot of runs, or they haven't in the past. We'll see if that changes this year. But you go into the season assuming, all right, this is not a potent offense, so every run means a ton. They need that defense. They can ill afford to have it be a suspect in left field with Carp. Ichiro that's not the Ichiro of old.
He sure wasn't last year.
And then whoever they end up putting in, whether it's Figgins, whether it's Saunders, whether it's Wells, whether, we don't know who it's going to be, but, you're talking about your best defensive player on this team. And your close second is Brendan Ryan, who's got some injury issues. So it's very troubling. And who they put out there, I have no idea. I feel like it should be Saunders.
Michael Saunders, he'll definitely get a shot at it. And look, I think the thing that we're both talking about here is not like all of a sudden you're going to see 30 or 40 errors out there. You're going to see other teams getting 10 to 15 hits as opposed to 8 to 10 hits. Balls going into the gap, stuff like that weren't going into the gap before. There's a lot of possibilities. I think Saunders certainly is going to get a shot. Casper Wells is going to get a shot. He's played a handful of games there with the Tigers. Figgins is interesting. As you did the research today during the show, he's played 250 games at center field, more than any other guy besides Gutierrez on the roster. And of course, Ichiro did it for a year. Yeah. Although if his defense is last year wasn't an aberration and it's declined, I don't know if he's the answer either. So they got plenty of guys to give it a shot with. Whether or not there are any of the guys that can do it is a different question.
You feel great. It feels like they all might be good at one thing and lacking in another area. With Saunders, he's got a natural flow to the way he plays in center field defensively, but he's struggled at the plate. Trayvon Robinson's got speed. We saw him make some brilliant catches last year, but he really struggled at the plate, striking out over 60 times in 143 at-bats. Plus, he's got kind of a Johnny Damon type throw. He doesn't have a cannon arm, so that's not going to help him. It feels like you've got kind of a hodgepodge of possibilities, and really, you're just hoping Goody can get back. We haven't, maybe by the time people watch this video, there'll be some definitive word. As of yet, there is no word on it, so we'll find out. But I think they've got a big issue if he's out.
I think the answer is going to be all of the above. I don't think any one of those guys can necessarily step in. I think you're going to see, like hodgepodge, you're going to see everyone try and get a chance to replace Goody, since they have no Hootie.
That was the worst one you ever had.
That was pretty bad.